And we're live.
Always raining up here.
Hi, everybody.
Several days.
It's Mark. Molly.
Hello, guys.
Bob, right?
Yep. Hi.
Who's
Bill.
your name? Bill?
Yes.
And
Adam.
Adam. Should be easy to remember. And then there's a couple other people here still. Let me switch the camera on. There's a couple other people here still. Me, RealmWalker. You guys know who I am. Yeah.
Say hi to Mark.
Mark? Yeah, I said hi to him.
Okay.
Did I say hi to you, Mark?
Yes, you did.
Did I ignore you?
No, you did.
All right. All right. So we're good. So we're good. We got two people watching. Who's here? Who are you? What's up, guys? We're having a Flat Earth meetup. Oh, it's intentionally spaced
It's live
out.
on the
Shamu.
RealmWalker YouTube channel.
Seattle
Oh, okay.
Green. What's up?
What's it
So-
called? RealmWalker?
RealmWalker.
RealmWalker.
That's his channel.
Oh, okay. I'll have to add that to my.
Actually, here, I'll make it easy for you. That's my channel. That's Tim's channel over there.
Okay.
That's his channel.
Cool.
Flat Earth City. Yeah. This is awesome. We're having a great meetup organized by Maliv over here. He's the man who set this all up. So pretty awesome. I'm excited. There's actually a couple more people coming, and you set it up too, right?
No.
No, just Maliv. But yeah, I mean, like, pretty awesome. Yeah. This is probably the biggest turnout meetup I've been at in like quite some time. So big deal for me. Yeah.
I saw you did a live stream from here
Yep.
about a week ago.
Yeah. Me and him. Yeah, it was awesome. We had a great conversation, though. I didn't have a good mic, so I don't think a lot of the conversation actually got
It
picked
was
up.
hard to hear.
Yeah. So this time I actually got this really cool, just plugs into the audio thing, and it's like, like multi-directional mic. And he's got a crazy rig set up over here. I like it. What's up, Seattle? Anyone who still believes the Earth is spinning and people are hanging upside down in 2019 are simply brain dead.
Right now?
You might be right.
We should talk about that.
There's still folks who believe in the moon landing. Never mind flat Earth. What's up, IGER television? Ballers.
Did you go last year?
What's up, guys?
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, I'm just hanging out here.
Yeah, what the first
Yeah.
two ones.
I mean, I think
Some flat earthers.
Plus helps.
Okay.
If you're interested in that.
Sure.
I think this is
7 people watching so far.
last day.
Yesterday when we went live, me and Tim, we had like 30 plus people watching at one time, which was pretty
Are you
fantastic.
guys believers, or did you guys grow up in the faith, or are you guys?
I was raised Lutheran,
Okay.
and then through
Oh, hey Pamela,
the years,
how you doing?
just buy into kind of what the science is telling you,
Yeah.
and you start questioning.
Don't worry,
how
we'll
can it all
have
be
we'll have
together
more.
in one package?
There'll be more.
And,
We're going to talk about that today and see if we can get some
You
stuff going.
kind of get confused.
Yeah, but here I'll show you. Adam brought
Don't
these
really
really cool
like
flyers.
what religion was selling you, and
So
I ended up starting to become, even before Flat Earth, more spiritual but not religious, because I didn't like the rules.
So this
that were
has all
put in front of us
the
as far as
biblical
what
truths in here.
religion
So
is.
let's see.
And Catholicism, right across the board. And
Pretty awesome, man. It's like high quality like cardstock.
now
so-
that I'm seeing the Flat
Awesome,
Earth, I mean, the
awesome print.
spiritual aspect of it is a belief in a creator. Okay, the set of rules, if you define yourself as a religion, is what man has grouped little segments into and saying, these are the rules you're going to abide by, and these people agree by this. But when you start going back to the core of the
Yeah.
Bible, or even if you research religions preceding Christianity in the Bible, if you're going that far back, a lot of it comes down to basic set of rules. And the basic set of rules is your 10 Commandments. And if we are headed towards a time when this is all done, there is the revelations aspect of it.
Yep.
That's everybody's kind of nod their head. We kind of get the same feeling that things are being revealed to us.
Yeah. Totally
Well,
feels that way.
Those who are persecuted during the tribulation are those who obey the commandments of God, and those who have the testimony of Jesus. And if you look at most of the church, they don't obey the commandments of God.
No.
They have the testimony of Jesus. The Jews still follow somewhat the 10 Commandments. So it's this kind of what was taken over by Constantine in 325 is this perversion of the truth.
Yep.
And I think what we see today is this regathering of our Father's people, and I think Flat Earth is just part of his end time. I think it'll be a revival.
Yeah.
I think it'll end
I
in a
think some
revival.
people are supposed
And just look at how many people in the Flat Earth, the real popular ones, are very anti-Christian,
Yep.
which is kind of interesting. And I think the Jesuits have already infiltrated this movement. I think the Jesuits are our biggest adversary. I think if you really study Roman Catholicism, you see that they changed our calendar. What does it say in the book of Daniel? They would think to change the times and the seasons.
Yep.
They promoted the Big Bang. They promoted the globe. I mean, they've been the direct force, and Satan can't create anything on his own. So he had to create this fake universe that also means that we're insignificant, where when you read the scripture, we are the pinnacle of the creation. Human beings, mankind, is the crown of his achievement of the creation.
Yeah.
So by making this infinite universe, you have us being just an infantile, tiny speck, worthless nothingness. And the same with the evolution theory. It's to degrade humans. It's to make us less than who we are. And the scripture says that we're even going to be ruling over the messengers or the angels in the future. So when you really think about the implications of the deception of the globe, in that it's the only thing Satan could create. He had to create a deception, a lie.
Yeah.
And it's been perpetuated since we were children. I learned about space when I was 3 years old, watching Star Trek. This was before I even went into school. So I already was indoctrinated. And I was thinking today, this came to my mind today.
About 3.
This came to my mind today. We put R rating on sexual things in movies, but we have witchcraft in G-rated shows.
Yep.
Does this make sense? We have children following satanic things, like from the Disney Corporation, from the one Spielberg created. What is it? DreamWorks.
Yep.
And we have all the satanic influence on our children. It's Satan's goal to steal the minds of our children. And
Well,
what
I agree.
an infiltration that the church has had. And I mean, when you look at where the money, where it all comes from, it's all satanic. We're all under this
Do you think
big
it's-
satanic delusion.
I think it's like cultural though, that most people just don't know. The culture is just accepted it. You're just like ignorant of it, so it's just a part of the culture.
Yeah.
You know, most people don't have any idea about anything about Disney or the satanic imagery or anything about that. They don't realize, they can't even put 2 and 2 together, where child actors are becoming something else 20 years or 15 years down the line, and they're being programmed to do so. They don't know anything about Monarch, MK Ultra, mind control, and how you program multiple personality and
Right.
split. They don't know anything. They're not going to teach that in the church. They're not going to teach that in the media. They're not going to teach it anywhere. So for some people, it's going to be something that if you bring these things up, you have to bring it up with like little like layers, just like scratch that like if it doesn't make sense. I have to think about this more, because that's what the flat earth is, and most people that will get it because they're supposed to get it. You know?
Yeah.
Just like some people just won't. They've bought in. They're indoctrinated from the beginning. And you said you had like something at the age of 3, and then you get that started your indoctrination. Children get indoctrinated from the age of 0 to 7. That's when your culture, your peers, your parents, that's when you get in shape. You don't have certain things like break that up. If you're not a child that moves from culture to culture or town to town or something like that, you don't have something like that, that's going to set in. So you don't have anybody else. I mean, that's kind of what it is.
I had an interesting conversation with my 10-year-old daughter, and she wanted to watch a movie, and it was the story of Queen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the latest went out, and she was telling me that the song Bohemian Rhapsody, it's her favorite song, and he was such a great artist. And I started telling her, I said, well, do you know what the song is actually about? And, we covered that the song itself is about him selling himself to the devil.
Yep.
He put a gun against his head, pulled his trigger, now he's dead. And I started telling her, I said, okay, you want to talk about Beelzebul. Who is Beelzebul? And she didn't really know. She knew exactly how to pronounce it better than I did.
Yep.
But then, you could start bringing up little information. Is this stranger danger? What is being depicted here? Is this the kind of person that you think you should be admiring? This man who sings this song is asking Beelzebub, what has the devil put aside for me? For what I've done? And, she kind of looked at me a little strange. These conversations will continue. But the more I listen to music, even nowadays, I love Imagine Dragons, but Natural. And he's standing at the edge face up, and he talks about the deal that he's already made with the devil. And, with the one thought process I had with, the whole alien deception is, when the skies open up and, angels are cast down and the battle unfolds, are they convincing us to fight against God when this happens?
Yep. That's probably what they're trying to do.
I mean, if they're rallying the troops, and one of his phrases in that song is, will you hold the line when everyone else is given up or given in this house of mine? Well, whose house is this in this realm? We know where our Creator is.
Yep.
And this realm is the tempting. So, you kind of listen to more of the lyrics and you're like, okay, it's a little bit different than what you first hear when you're sitting in the bar and it's just a catchy tune.
It's a catchy tune because the devil is the creator of music. I mean, he's a master of music. He's a master of so many things. He was there sitting right next to God. All the other fallen angels were not all the way up there. He knows everything. So all the other angels he's commanding with so much more knowledge than them. So he knows not only how to deceive us, but all these other principalities and all these other fallen beings, angels and stuff. So
Yep.
it's such a deception that everybody's buying in, and music is one of the easiest ways because you get tuned in. And the 440 hertz, 432 hertz thing, most people don't even understand that the frequencies and how people react differently to hearing that, just hearing that. So, I mean, yeah, it's glorified. The devil in this world is glorified in so many ways. And I didn't know anything about that. Because like I said, I grew up in not a Christian faith. I grew up in a Hindu faith, or a pagan faith, I guess. The only first thing I heard about it or really knew anything about was when Dana Carvey was talking about Satan, just understanding Satan was the devil and just not, piecing it together. So, that's all.
Yeah, man. Well said. I mean, it's true. I do feel that. I feel like we are living in sort of like, obviously the end times. And I feel like flat Earth is such a big part of it all. Like it's probably the biggest part of the whole story that's about to unfold, because I think we're like, if you see, like in the Bible, it talks about how during the last days, the ones that are actually like you talk about the revitalization of Christianity, and the ones that go out there and prophesize and actually are going to be killed and taken down, that's flat Earth, like 100%. Like I know in my heart it is, because I feel it coming. Like I already feel like we're up against, like right now we're up against the media, but what happens when we're up against the state? What happens when we're up against our brothers or sisters or family? You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to get crazy, and I just know it's just
already
going to
ramping up. I
yeah.
mean, over the last couple of years when I've looked into this, and the amount of content that was quality content that was just out there.
Yeah.
And right after the first of the year, everything got so locked down. You really have to search to find the old content that you memorized.
Yeah. I mean, I still find it hard to, like, when people ask me questions, I want to send them a video, and I have to really like dig in my subconscious, like, who made that video? I got to think about it just to go find it, So I'm actually working. Well, I mentioned this to a couple other flat earthers, and I'm going to be doing this in the next upcoming weeks. Is I'm going to start a new search engine. It's a website for searching content on YouTube. So it's going to be called, I don't know what it's going to be called, but generally what you're going to do is you go to that site, You can type anything in the search bar. It's going to pull up a link to a video on YouTube that you can go to YouTube and watch. So instead of allowing YouTube to decide what content people get when they type in a search engine, this is going to kind of circumvent that.
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
What was a cool website I stumbled on a while ago? It used to be called Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was DITRH, and then now it's Stop, Look, Think.
Yeah.
And they have the different topics posted from the different conspiracies, and they have an archive of flat Earth material. Different people post, and they have some stuff from OGD. But another site that is just real specific about quality content, where you can steer someone to a site and it's just the rebroadcast of
that content.
Of the content.
Yeah.
It's like perfect, because to send people back into YouTube now that it's been
because the next
censored
video
in
that's going to
capacity.
come up is going to be the debunk video. So yeah, such a pain, Like even go ahead.
Well, look at all the new debunk channels too.
Yeah.
There wasn't any.
Yeah,
really.
and
Like
their
3 years ago,
subscriber
there wasn't any
count is.
debunk channels. There might be one video out by
the printing press and the ink and everything.
I don't know, like Red's Rhetoric or something like that. But now there's so many, and
So yeah,
none of them have ever given anything convincing at all.
No.
I mean,
It's not
the thing
all
is,
we need to do.
Their arguments are
they're
superficial.
scrambling.
We have
Yeah.
all the screens
I mean,
and everything,
when you look at what
everything
the
that
mainstream has done,
your
when
own
you look at what National Geographic did, when you look at earlier than that, when Stephen Hawking's, I don't know if you've ever seen that piece, where they go out and measure the water.
Oh, yeah,
And it's
yeah.
obvious they don't have level, they don't have the camera set up, and it's predictable exactly where it's going to hit. And then the helicopter comes out of the water, and actually somebody had a good debunk on it where the birds fly right before the helicopter flies up out of the water, and there's another scene where the birds fly by and it just keeps going. There is no helicopter, so they edited this piece together somehow. How they did it, I don't exactly know.
Well, they got the budget
but
for
it
it.
was fake. It was just fakery, but it's very convincing if you watch.
Well, at least I reposted his on there, but I don't know.
Debunk.
Yeah.
But once you start to see through it, or the woman who's on there's this black gal on there who acts like she's just a regular person. Well, in a different video, she's a scientist, and she says, "I'm a scientist, such and such and such," on this other video, and it's like, but on the one with Stephen Hawking's in it, she's pretending she's just a regular person.
Yeah, and the other guy's like
these
military
people
and
are outright lying,
Yep.
and they obviously they may not even know the truth. They may still believe the globe. The
Yep.
ones who are doing this debunk, but it's like, why do you have to fake it if it really is around Earth?
Right.
You don't have to fake it. I mean, this movement would not be growing at all. And I hate to even call it a movement. Would not be growing at all if there wasn't something to it.
Right.
And people know in their gut. The first time I gotta shut my phone off. It's still getting me here.
Did you make it?
Yeah, I'm here. But it's just amazing, and then and then we fall for, the community has fallen for this documentary that was made.
Yeah.
And then the careful edits at the end of the documentary, and I haven't even watched the whole thing. I just saw the clip today because somebody put Jaron's clip up there.
Yeah.
It's like he just says. I mean, it's just like it's so out of context. How about the hundreds of other experiments that Jaron did and everyone else did that showed curvature? Okay, so this experiment didn't work for whatever reason. It sounded like a good experiment when he explained what he's going to do, drilling the holes and have it on this road and all this other stuff.
Hi, Sam.
Nice to meet you, Sam.
yeah.
That's my
Hi,
dog,
guys.
Sean.
What's up, Sammy?
Hi.
How you doing?
Great. It's a good T-shirt you got on.
Like
Who
your
made that T-shirt?
We just
bunny, rabbit
Find
bunny.
that T-shirt.
Huh?
plain tees
Where can you find that?
Where did I find it?
Yeah, where can you find that shirt?
Plain Tees online.
You should put that in the description.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Get yourself a shirt, man.
Yeah, plain cheese.
PlainTeesOnline.com.
Can you get other shirts from there?
Yeah, we need to print up some other designs, but we got some preview designs up right now.
And Bill.
I'm Robert.
Hi, John.
Yeah, one of the interesting things I found about the debunk channels,
Yeah.
and the one guy in particular, I think he goes by the term "respect your intellect,"
No girls.
Okay.
and
No other girls.
he'll start out trying to
Don't you too far.
clear up or debunk the flat Earth arguments, but to respect one's intellect means to be able to engage a process with your own mind go through it, discuss it with people,
Yep.
and this individual will regularly say that you're stupid for thinking that way.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It kind of goes
respect
against the
someone
whole.
else's intellect.
Yeah.
The whole concept of respecting an intellect is to have intellectual conversations with people,
Exactly.
you know, and respect each other for what we think.
Exactly.
Yeah, the name calling aspect of it
Yeah.
clearly shows he doesn't go by his own slogan.
Yep. Exactly.
I'll get my few minutes. So now that we woke up, we need to wake other people up.
Yep.
We make signs. We need to hit the streets. You know.
Yes.
Earth Day is a good anniversary to just raise flat Earth
Flat Earth
awareness.
Day.
That
Right.
is awesome. Yes, we should
It's
make
counter-
Earth Day Flat Earth Day. Yeah.
Countering. I mean, it
Yeah.
is about environment and whatnot, but still, it's about Earth. So
Exactly.
Every
Yeah.
day it's a flat Earth day.
Yep.
true. But yeah, definitely. Now that we're awake, we need to wake other people up because the people coming to Christ, they're flat Earth.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
I myself, born
we
again, flat Earth changed my
Okay.
life. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Turned myself, did a 180, everything.
Okay.
Gave up all the sinful things in my life. Tattooing, everything. So
Good.
I used to smoke weed like literally almost every day, and after I repented, that was it. It was over.
Good.
Yeah.
Praise
So
God.
I put everything aside, and I
Yeah.
dedicate myself to the Lord now. And every day is like I wake up and I just ask God. I was like, "What do you want me to do? I'm here for you. I don't care about my selfish desires. I don't care about any of that stuff anymore. So
Yeah.
I just want to live, every day for the Lord, and that's what's important for me now.
Definitely.
And the nice part about our Creator too is He's not just saying it's because of a religion or belief.
Right.
He's given me many different methods to observe that it is correct.
Yeah.
From a mathematical standpoint of a curvature to long distance photography, to just the practical applications of what our military boasts that they can do.
Yep.
There's been a lot of great videos and additional content from the big names, Mark Sargent, ODD, a lot of people who, think what you will about them, but they've given good content. And just the ability for ship-to-ship visual contact at 90 miles.
Yeah.
Do the math; it's not physically possible.
It's not even possible.
And,
Like Jay Tolan
Jay
Media
Tolan
one.
Media,
Yeah.
his stuff is
Just
phenomenal.
it just kills the globe.
Um,
It's done. Yeah, like you can't see, you shouldn't see 1,000 miles, no matter what altitude. It
Did you
doesn't
look
make
at
sense.
The longest photograph, what is it, 270 miles?
270 miles, yeah.
Peak Vista Lake to Pic des Gaspar. It's like 270 miles.
Yeah,
And everything should be miles underneath a curve.
yeah,
So, if you engage the
many you had. Thank you.
problem
He has actually
from as many different angles as you can,
yeah,
not focusing on one.
yeah.
If you're going to sell yourself on the concept that you are where you are, where all of us are right here,
Yep.
it shouldn't be about one thing.
Yeah.
You need to actually look around and
Because the paper ones.
try the different angles of the argument
Yeah.
and see who solves the argument more consistently right across the board.
Exactly.
And I know
Yeah.
where I'm at this point,
Yeah.
and it's taken me 2 years.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So,
What's that?
and I mean, it's fascinating.
It is. Yeah. It's one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
So is this the okay place to choose? I didn't know what else other place to choose.
This patio is awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I wasn't thinking. I wasn't even
We've
thinking
been to Whole
about
Foods
patio.
before. Yeah, I
I
wasn't thinking
wasn't-
about the patio. I thought it was just going to be the eating area.
Right.
But then this really turned out great. So thanks.
Thanks for coming out because I know you came distance.
Yeah, I think Tim traveled the
respect that.
farthest, right?
Yeah. Wait, where did you get? Did you
Put-
guys come
put
a
in the
distance
miles.
too? Yeah, no. Okay, I appreciate all of you guys coming out. Thank you
I
for
came
being
from
curious.
like the west side of Elgin.
Elgin.
Elgin?
60124.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what, it's like 30 miles, right?
I'm thinking of doing something in the northern suburbs, and I have friends in the Schaumburg area and Waukegan area that are into flat Earth.
No,
So,
you. Where are you from? You're from Hanover, right?
Me? I'm Lake and Hills.
Lake and Hills. So let's do
I was
something
just
in the
there
northern
today,
suburbs.
too.
Remember Anne Marie?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anne Marie, she's up there, and so is Joelle. I asked them, they wanted to come out. but this is too far from obviously. So, if you guys are ever thinking of doing something,
You could do
up
something
north-
in Woodstock.
Yeah,
They
find
got like a
something
big
up there,
square.
and I'll come out there and try to promote that as best we can.
26 people watching. 27. Numbers
Yeah,
going
it was
up.
at 47.
27. Oh, people watching. Yeah.
There could be more because they play games with those numbers too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
I like it. It'll say there's 12 people watching, but then you'll read the people on the live stream. And there's like 20 different names. It's like, how could only 12 people be watching and 20 people are putting up their posts?
I just discovered that Instagram is doing the same thing. Because I'll have like on my list, like it'll say like within the first like few minutes I post something, it'll say, 3 or 4 people liked it immediately. And then I go onto the actual post and it says only one person
I
liked
don't
it.
know, but today at 4.
So it's already obvious at that point,
How's that?
But yeah, I mean, that's a good sign. That means that, Flat Earth is really starting to take traction. Like if they're hitting every social platform like that, boy, I mean, there must be a lot of us out there. It must be
I
ridiculous.
noticed too when I discover new small channels. And
Yeah.
I subscribe to them automatically just because I want as many Flat Earth content providers as I can find.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Good.
Hi.
What's
I've even noticed that
Tim.
How you doing?
Fantastic. I'm Steve.
Steve. Mark, I'm probably bad at names. I'm gonna try to remember you guys.
How about mine? I'm Tim. Also.
You're Tim.
I'm Tim.
Okay. All right. Good. Tim. Mark. All right. Good to meet you guys. Good to meet some fellow Earthers.
Hi, I'm Robert.
Hey, how you doing, Robert? Good to meet you. Hello.
Hi, Don.
You know who this was?
Thank you.
William. He's asking if it was 6 to today.
good to know I'm
on
not
the,
alone around here.
Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah,
I responded.
Coming out. But do you know who that was?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
And then there's another person who signed up at 4:42
Yeah, that's
today.
really the big problem,
Oh, wow.
Conference
Wow,
last
look,
year,
looks like more people are going to show up. Cool.
I was kind of really
YHTO?
pretty positive. I tell a few people,
And this is the only group that they're part of.
I was kind
Yeah.
of shy about it. Now it's like
That's
I
They don't
awesome.
have any other groups.
Yeah, it's like a
message telling them that we're outside of the bed. It's like
Oh, yeah, put that in the
Yeah,
meetup
it was kind
convo.
of a long journey for me. I started on 9/11 once I realized all that was crap. And I went to the moon landing, and once I realized that was all crap, and I realized the whole space thing was all crap. From there, I don't know, I had an epiphany not that long ago once I finally took a look at the flat earth stuff because I was a little bit afraid of it. I kind of ignored it for a little bit because I was so focused on space. But once I ran out of stuff there, I kind of took a look and I realized, like, holy cow, we're on to something.
Yeah.
I was like,
Just glad to be part of it. I kind of feel like there should be a lot more people here. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just shocked that it's not like
Should be like 50, 60 people every time we do these events,
right. I mean,
All the time.
gravity don't hold water, guys.
Yeah.
Some people want to stay stuck to it.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you know,
don't
like that scripture in the Bible, it says the prophet's never welcomed in his own town. And
Yep.
that's the way I feel.
Yeah.
You were just talking about how you went to the conference and that, but I was actually turned on by a man named Jimmy Miller, and he's really into health and juicing and that kind of thing. And I knew about the conspiracy things, but when one day he just said, well, you should, and he just threw this out, not to me personally, but he's like, you should really research flat Earth. And I'm like, huh. And that was April 12th of 2000. I remember the date, 2017. And as I started researching, I'm like, oh my God, I've already studied the Book of Enoch.
Yeah.
You did.
No, I get it, because I had already looked at Enoch, and then I went and bought Jubilees and the Maccabees, and I'm like, these are all speaking to me, because I know the Word of God
Yeah.
like the back of my hand. I mean, when I came to know God, 30 some years ago, I meant it.
Yeah.
And then, you go through these denominations, and you believe, and you believe, and you, wait a minute, half that stuff y'all believe isn't in the Word of God. But the stuff that's in the Book of Enoch, you're saying that's not applicable. Well, why did you say that? I don't know, like when you talk about, like flat earth, I can't talk to my pastor. After I was turned on in 2017, the pastor that would never talk to me, I would walk into his office and he would not talk to me. Okay, look at the time, and I'm like, got it, because my husband passed away a few years back, and so, he probably thought I was going to go in there again, and I'm like, no, I want to tell you, I'm kind of, entertaining the fact that it might be a flat earth, and he goes, oh, and I'm like, oh, look at the time, I said it, I go, look at the time, I got to go, and he goes, no, I got to, and he chased me out of his room, and I'm like, why does he want to talk to me now, and he didn't want to talk to me for the last 16 years. Because he was so adamant about changing my mindset about something, and I thought, either you know this is a lie, or you're hanging onto your ball so hard you're afraid to lose your ball, you know? And it's like that one saying that you hear, I'm not trying to take your ball away, I'm trying to tell you your ball doesn't exist, you know?
Nice.
But no, man, you know, once you read the Word of God, and then you read stuff like Enoch, and then all you got to do is like open your eyes, like your real eyes, and then you realize. Because when you look across at Lake Michigan, and you're looking across, you're like, I should not have seen that.
Yeah.
Why am I looking at that and visually seeing it? And it's not a mirage, you know, the whole deal that Skiba went on about the mirage. It doesn't run like that, you know? But then, I think, hey, was it you? Is that Mark, right?
Mark.
Didn't you and I have a conversation like last year about how the sun is rising way farther north than it used to? Like as a child, I mean, I'm older, you know? And when it used to rise, it rises in the east, that's in the west. No, it rises like in the northeast, and it's setting in the southeast, or no, southwest. It's way different than it was. And then, has anyone noticed a week ago that the sun was like neon pink? Did anybody watch that?
Yeah.
No, it was 5:45 in the
Yep,
morning.
that's when I was going to work. You could.
Yeah,
It looked like a blood moon.
Oh yeah!
It looked like a blood moon.
I
That's.
did
It was
see
exactly
I got
the
one
same size.
picture, 'cause
There was
I
no light
Yeah.
rays or anything coming out of it.
Did you see? There was no rays coming out of it, but did you see it looked like? It looked like there were clouds in it,
Uh-huh.
like it had a texture, and I'd never seen that before. And I took pictures with my phone, and it wouldn't capture it. And I did get the P900.
We should've got
because
our
of
cameras
you,
out.
but
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
should've
have
got
it
our
on me,
cameras
you
out.
know? Man, that is the coolest thing when you start seeing things. You know, anybody can tell you that, you know, the sky is blue, you know? But when you like look up and it's like blue, then all of a sudden you know what's true, you know?
Did you ever see that old flat Earth map where Antarctica is all green land?
Is that this one?
I don't know.
Is it the,
That one that they just discovered, it was all these different pieces that they had to put together,
oh,
and
that,
it's really
that,
large.
I just saw that recently.
Anyway,
That's not this one.
you know, we were saying about the sun getting farther north.
My video.
In the past, I think the sun
the
was...
one that goes farther out than that.
I think the sun was farther south, and I think that Antarctica
That's the
was...
1500 map.
I think it was all
Yeah.
melted. I think it had melted back in the past. And that could have been even during the Ice Age, because I think there was an Ice Age. Which would make sense, because then those land masses outside, you know,
Right,
were
right.
sustainable for human life.
Is anybody on the Facebook with is it called the Enoch calendar?
I've heard about
There's
it.
a really interesting Facebook link. Maybe I'll link it up to you guys. You're still not on Facebook, dude.
I just joined.
Are you? Good.
Just
Because
joined.
I want
You
so much
friended
to
me.
share with you.
Well, I friended you, and
Oh,
we're friends
okay.
now.
All right.
Michael's gonna
So,
know
yeah.
everything
Yeah,
about
because
you.
I've been trying to catch up with him. Yeah, but yeah, the Enoch calendar is telling things like that. And in my one group that I'm on several groups, it talked about that outer ring past that. Something that Bird didn't go on
Okay.
because he didn't go out that far. Does everyone knows about Bird, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep,
All
yep,
right.
yeah.
It's all elementary to us anymore, right? This is so cool.
Oh yeah.
Is this cool?
There's another one. I
This is
went
awesome.
to actually at a bar in it.
I want to keep her. I got it. That's the only one I got to convince her my own
They
at
got
this
it here,
point.
but that was like its own.
I'm not going back to church with this again. I have nowhere to go.
Just do home church.
You know, I homeschooled. I'm
That's the best thing to do.
self-employed. I don't know if I want a home church.
You don't have to sit down, stand up, kneel,
Oh,
and
no,
all those
heck
other,
no.
all those
No.
other crazy things, you know?
No, I do crazy things like fast for 30 days. People are like, what? That's not in the Bible. Oh, you
Fasting's
must read
in
a
the Bible.
different version
Yeah.
than I do.
Yeah, I think the Messiah did, and so did Moses a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are they thinking?
Yeah,
I love it.
well,
'Cause
even
I'm
Jesus
hardcore.
fasted, you know,
Yeah,
whether it
I'm
was,
hardcore.
you know,
If it's in the Bible,
by his own
I
choice or
believe it,
not.
and I'll do it. If it's not, I won't. But yeah, this is exciting.
Have you all looked into the bigger conspiracy than flat Earth?
What they did
Well,
not follow.
I
I
think-
think the flat Earth is as big as you can get.
I
in my
think the
opinion.
biggest conspiracy is they've hidden the name of our Heavenly Father, and they've substituted it with with titles like
See, I don't
Lord,
want to go off
God,
with,
and all that.
I don't want to go off on Skiba's thing,
No,
because
but
Skiba went off
Like
on
the
a whole-
I am thing, or
No, I do believe Skiba's got the father's name right, but he still has his son's name messed up. There's a guy on YouTube, his channel's Messenger of the Name, and he's not a flat earther, but he goes into the whole reason that the name of the father's been hidden from us. And it's been hidden from us. It was a tradition of the Jews after the Babylonian captivity to call Adonai or Elohim or use other titles when they
Jehovah
came.
Tsidkenu and
Well,
all the other.
no, Jehovah's a newer invention than that.
But there's like I have that poster that's got like 100
but
names.
yeah, the Jews had hidden the name because they didn't want it to be blasphemed by the Babylonians when they were in Babylonian captivity. So their intentions, I think, originally were good intentions, because if you look at the Ten Commandments, the third commandment is, "Thou shalt not take the Lord thy God's name in vain." If you really look at the Hebrew meaning of that, it's to take his name, to nullify it, to put it to non-use. So the Father's name is a bigger conspiracy. Over, if you're a King James only type person, or
Yeah,
you like the King
that's
James?
me.
Okay.
I'm King James
Well,
only.
in the King James version, the name of the Father's been removed over 6,000 times. In the New Testament, even when it's supposed to be the Father's name, I've noticed in the King James, it'll have a capital L, but it'll have smaller K, and it's ORD. Where if you go back to the where
The Old
whoever it is
Testament.
quoting it, it's the name
All
of the
cap-
Father.
well,
It's
yeah,
all
the caps.
capitalized.
Yep.
So it's YHWH in English.
yeah.
But the name has been hidden for several reasons. If you go to the Paleo Hebrew, the name of the Father is as a pictogram. It's pictures. So it's right hand, or right arm, begot, nail begot. So the name of the Son is hidden in the name of the Father when you go back to the oldest versions of the name of the Father. So I do believe it's a bigger
I have heard
conspiracy.
that.
I do believe it's a bigger conspiracy, because how many times does it say in the Scripture, everyone shall call upon the name of the Lord, is what we see.
No
in our
greater
English.
name. Yeah.
No greater name.
Right.
And even in the New Testament, when it says, whoever calls upon the name of the Lord, people assume that they mean Jesus there, but it's the name of the Father that they're saying. Even if you look at
research
the
flat
Lord's-
Earth, guys.
Art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. So his name is extremely important. And if you just do a study of how many times, if you take a Strong's Concordance and you just look up the word name, or call upon the name.
I
and
did
you see-
that. I
you
looked
see-
up God.
Yeah, you see how many
I
times.
was on it
yeah.
for months.
If you see how many times that someone's calling upon the name, calling upon the name, calling upon the name. And I believe that a greater revelation that's happened toward the end of this age is that his name has been found. It says in the Scripture that his name would be hidden.
Well,
Right.
think about the angels when he says that the angels will be praying night and day and night, holy, holy, holy. His name is holy, and it's not. You
Give
can't
them more.
put him in a box.
Right.
He's all in all.
Yeah.
You know. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I want to know so much more about that. The only thing I study is the flat Earth because of God and hell. I don't watch the TV and
Well, look up Messenger of the Name. He's a really good teacher. He doesn't go into any Talmudic teachings at all, because the Talmud came out of Babylon too. The Jews went astray with the Talmud, and when the Messiah came, when Yahushua came, he came to debunk the Talmud because they were so steeped in their own traditions. Like they'll take a verse out of Scripture, like you shouldn't boil a goat in its mother's milk, and the Jews will take that verse and not eat a cheeseburger because they're saying you've got meat and dairy in the same thing. It's completely, it's crazy. It's so
But
far
they
from
knew
the
nothing
truth.
about eating pork.
Well, Jews don't eat pork. They're not supposed to anymore.
I don't eat pork.
You shouldn't.
No.
Because it's on the don't eat list.
Right. Or ducks. Or duck eggs.
Well, I don't know about ducks.
Or bunnies.
I've never heard about ducks.
They have webbed feet.
So anyone believing in the globe should
Come on now.
take the globe.
Don't eat anything with webbed feet. Duck.
And create a map
I don't
that's
eat duck.
inhabitable.
You're not supposed to eat bunnies.
No, I know what bunnies are.
Well,
They don't have a split. They don't have a split off. And they don't chew the cud.
It's just so annoying that nobody's listening to anything. You know? And everybody does what they own will, which is right out of Satanic Bible.
Well, that was Old Testament. The New Testament, you just have to pray over it, and then it's clean.
And it's definitely not something.
You know what,
that
No, not really.
I would never eat pork. You would have to shove it down my throat when I'm tied down.
Bacon's pretty good.
Well,
I
I
couldn't
don't
do
know.
it,
Yeah, I
dude.
don't know about this. How this works down
No,
here.
I quit a lot of stuff.
Well, the
Yeah, at least
reason,
we-
the
we
reason those are in there
agree
is
on the-
they're to protect us from dying.
And the creation story.
Yeah.
Those things are not food.
It's not like lightning's gonna come and strike
They
us.
weren't meant for human consumption. And it's funny how most of the church takes Peter's dream, Peter's vision out of context. And if you read all of Acts, chapter 10, you go up to verse 11, you see that it's revealed to him that the 3 times that she comes out is the 3 Gentiles that come to his house, and he called the Gentiles unclean, and it says, call a man unclean. It was the point of the verse. You don't see people eating rats and mice and all those other things that were in the sheep. But now it's okay to I mean, I don't judge a brother or sister.
No, I'm not gonna judge someone, but I'm
Beautiful.
gonna tell them what it says and why.
If they could, they were trying to establish if there was more landmass right in
He
this
wants
area.
us, just like it says, he wants us to live
And they were
life abundantly.
never
He
able
wants
to
us to
find it,
enjoy
but then
it.
they would continue around.
What's
There
was.
How long
I'm
ago?
pretty sure
I
there
mean,
was.
because I have a bunch of people, family members, husband,
A
died.
lot of people would say,
No.
well, you know, you're
That's
catching
right.
clouds big up in the air and you're viewing out the window or
Hey,
whatever.
what's up?
You know, when you're catching video of hundreds of miles,
Screw right there to
you
put a
know,
light
regardless
right
of
there. That's good.
What would be,
So you have light.
What would be the size of paint on a
Nice.
globe,
So you can
know, I mean, that's about the height you are. And just to say, oh, well, you're seeing far because you're 30,000 feet in the air, it just doesn't add up when you're seeing hundreds of miles.
Otherwise,
So,
you would probably.
So yeah, I would recommend the IR videos.
Can you help me make a flyer?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Graphic design or like things
Yeah.
like that. Tell you my idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it.
So, yeah, I always
I'm
look
done
for
with
something
this.
new. If you guys got something good for
Okay.
me to look at, I'm definitely.
Were you live on Facebook?
I was for a little bit. Then my phone got too hot and then shut off. So
Oh, okay.
That's why I
That's
wrapped up.
the,
So this
So,
is,
depiction you see it.
Make sure this is not getting hot. No, it's
do we
okay.
agree?
So is anybody here going to the conference or thinking of going to the conference? Anyone thinking? No?
And they're trying to track back where
that
that originated.
In November?
Yeah, there's the Flyers conference.
And then
There's other
I don't know a lot of
conferences
you
too.
guys,
There's
honestly. I
Yeah,
always wish I did.
there's a few conferences.
Awesome.
Are you still on Facebook?
Well, you know
Every
what?
time I try
I
to
just-
talk about Blazer, I get censored.
I just gave up on Facebook and I did the whole thing. I was about 2 weeks away from it being fully just done. And you know what? I kind of regrouped myself and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go back and you know, I gave up 387 friends and I'm gonna start refriending some stuff and just regroup. You know, after a while you get so discouraged and it brings you down. And, you know, no one wants to hear the idiot. You know, and
We talked about that.
and you know, you just get so down that you just feel like, you know what?
You feel
You know what?
you feel you're all alone.
Pretty soon we'll be the
Right.
majority, though.
It's a great way to flat smack your family and friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just so funny how it just doesn't add up, and it's like you just wanna. It's like you feel like you're the one laughing at them in a way, but you're just kind of like, you know you're being laughed at because there's just way more of them than there are of you, and it's like, okay, all right, you know. But I think one day, just one day.
No,
all those
family
come out,
will
you know,
work,
You can't
let's
hide
be
a secret
honest.
forever.
Yeah.
They're the biggest naysayers, you know. Instead of bringing you up, they just.
Right. I mean,
sorry,
just-
but
I mean, honestly, I didn't even. I was really stuck on space for a long time. I didn't, but you know, flat Earth and space kind of coincide a little bit. And some of these people that I really look highly up to, as far as finding out about fake space.
what was your process?
Well, finding out about fake space and the people that I really kind of like was showing me a lot of good stuff, but they were flat earthers too, and I'm like, well, what the hell? I didn't really look at the flat earth. I always kind of stayed away from it, but for years I kind of figured out, once I figured out there's nothing else to see up there, it's all just bullshit up there. And then I just took a look at the flat earth stuff and what their arguments were, and I really took a look at everything, and I have to be 100%. You know, I'm just that guy that's like, until I realize, until like it hits me, you know. I'll be honest with you guys. I had a 3 days basically laughing and crying because it's so I mean, when you realize, you know what I mean? I mean, 48 years, you know what I mean? I mean, you feel like you've been in the dark all your life, and you just believe
Reading this chat.
it all makes sense.
Thanks, Frequencies.
You realize, like,
Isaiah, Plain Permaculture. Zoom Truth.
it's just like that moment where it's like, oh my God.
24 people watching. Avalon.
At that time.
How's it going, guys? Yeah, this is awesome. Turned out to be quite a turnout, so I'm really happy about that.
That we live on, and the subtle forces, you might say, anything from butterflies and moths to, you know, jumping things and everything. And I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what it meant, but I knew power and faith on the street.
Oh, that's me.
You have to. Let's check it out, buddy.
24 people watching our meetup.
24 people watching the
There's
meetup.
here with us. That's a meetup.
They're here.
It's like
24 plus.
So I mean, I know when we're walking around on the street and stuff, they like interacting with all the other people. But thanks for hanging out with us at our meetup.
Yeah, we got 8 thumbs up too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not as much as our flat smacking videos. Usually we're ranking like at 20, 30 thumbs up.
And it's like, well, don't
No,
use
no.
that for a catch-all.
It's a beautiful day.
Because now he
It's
knows
gorgeous.
your heart, but now,
Let's see the sun real quick.
but it's like once you know,
Here
well then
comes
God knows your heart.
Local
So you
sun.
know. So you come into knowing, so now
Yeah.
you know, so don't do that
local
anymore.
clouds. You see the
The rays, the crepuscular rays.
crepuscular rays.
You watch somebody in front of you walk away, and eventually it's going to be over there.
Well, how long were you just filming me sitting here? Like I was just listening, you know, to the conversations that were going on. And I looked over and I saw this guy, and this guy right on the screen.
Isaiah will take an order of fries.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Who said? Who wants it?
Isaiah 40:22.
Okay. I got it. Whole fries, whole food fries.
Whole food fries. Yeah, I think they're like buffet style.
Man, that was good. Some waffle.
I didn't even think nothing of
Waffle.
that.
Some vegan mac and cheese.
You're not a woman.
That exact
Good.
same clip.
They didn't have the couscous.
Abstain from
They did?
intercourse for 60 days if you have a
I just did
girl,
hummus.
or for 30 days if you have a boy.
I bought a hummus
Obviously,
and ate all of yours, and now I still have mine.
Take it to go.
He couldn't obey.
Some lime chips.
Yeah.
He wasn't a priest in the church.
I like lime chips. Chips.
He couldn't
Non-GMO,
do anything
non-free.
Non-Jamo.
specifically
It's
for-
pronounced Jamo.
Like you say, the curve can't be what they say it is.
It's another one
Yeah.
of those lies.
Yeah, it's great meeting.
It's fantastic. I like the wide angle lens really helps it getting like, you know, because we're in close proximity. You guys
And like
can't
if
tell.
we sit next to each other, I can be taller. He's taller than me.
I gotta look up to you.
Oh, yeah.
I look up to you, Tim.
Thanks.
Yes.
No, I'm always looking up to you.
GMO is pronounced poison. Poison.
Very moral.
Frequencies. Plain permaculture. Where you going? Walk? Cool. I'm like, where are you going? Get back over here. No.
You know long
This is the one I made.
It says it's 7:07.
I actually did a craft with my nieces afterwards too. So we did. They each have their own flat
I
earth.
like that your nieces are flat earthers. That's pretty fantastic.
Just as a demonstration, like, it's easy to go around and I can show people. So.
Yeah, I have a hard time, you know, you get someone who's interested and you're like, oh, I got to bring up part of a video where it's going to show you actually the mechanics around, you know, how the sun moves and how the moon, circles as well, and, you know, why you can't see.
Yep.
And, you know, a lot of times I tell people, it's like, well, why can't we see infinitely far?
Yeah.
Well, it's called visibility.
Yep.
You jump on a plane and what's the first thing they tell you? Your visibility is X number of miles.
Yep.
So,
Plus convergence, you know, perspective. So many factors at play. Oh, he's got the app.
okay.
What's my opinion?
I got to get that.
So then it can
So you need to find
do
out.
time lapse.
I'm not gonna condemn them, because God will come to them.
Has anybody found something that was close to that null school weather map of the flat
They
Earth?
remade it. Somebody remade it.
Did they?
Yes.
I need to get that because I mean,
Yeah,
I've been
that's it.
trying to do searches for it and haven't been able to find it. That was real
They're
interesting.
swinging and they're Christians in church.
Jaron put it back up on his
Jaron did?
on one of his videos, so he knows who's doing it.
All right,
Jaron.
we'll look at that.
Hey, are we all leaving? Are we breaking up?
No, he's just putting some stuff in the car.
I was gonna say, I wanna get a group picture. We didn't do
Yeah.
that last time.
Oh, we
last
did.
time I was with you.
We did a group pic that time when, on the rooftop.
I got like a couple. Like,
I want to
pictures
your
of
Okay.
Rome
meetup crew.
and
Yeah.
a couple
Well,
of
I was gonna jump
but I don't think we got like a group
And
picture.
I just kind of
Doggone it, I leave an event and I'm like, we didn't get a picture again.
We gotta do it.
I think
Definitely gotta do it.
Alex Jones is the litmus test to see what they could do. He was the
All right, right there.
conspiracy theorist that they put out there for us to all believe. And probably all of us probably listened to Alex Jones
Yep.
and thought he was great for a while. And then all of a sudden we were like,
You mean Bill Hicks?
yeah, well, whatever. I don't think he's Bill Hicks, but he could be. But that doesn't really matter. The point I'm making is now they take him down. You know what I mean?
That's his
So
name,
I think they were just
backwards.
testing to see how big of an
Oh,
outrage it would
okay.
be with him being taken down. And the sad thing is,
Angry at NASA about
I don't think there was enough outrage that he was taken down. Even though we don't agree with Alex Jones, he had a platform in a free country, allegedly free country, which is not free at all, but in a place where freedom of speech is supposed to be promoted.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Alex Jones shouldn't have been stifled. I don't think I don't think anybody's voice should be
You
stifled.
ever watch Acts of Apologetics, his channel?
No.
Well, he does like Christian apologetics, like usually talks about like Islam and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he gets censored pretty much on every platform. He was censored off Facebook.
There's a guy, his name is Act 17, and he goes into the Muslim stuff. I've learned a
Oh
lot.
yeah, I've checked out his
You've heard
stuff.
Act
Yeah,
17?
yeah.
He does some really good stuff on that, and it's amazing how many crazy doctrines
Yep.
that the Muslim people really have.
Dude, it's messed up.
It's really crazy.
It's
I mean,
really messed
just
up.
the fact that he married a 9-year-old and then didn't consummate the marriage until she was 11. But like yesterday, I caught a video from his. He was talking about in the Quran, if a man who's not a woman's husband wants to stay in her house, he has to breastfeed from her 10 times,
Yeah.
and then it's okay for him to stay in her house.
Yeah.
And then they changed it to 5 times. So he has to breastfeed from this woman who's not his wife because he's staying in this other guy's house. And that's supposed to relieve any sexual temptation that he might have. And it's like, that is just so crazy. And then those verses conveniently have been left out of the Quran, but they still know about these verses.
Yeah.
And they were taken out of the Quran by one of Muhammad's wives. So, I mean, there's just so many things that are just so preposterous. If you say something bad about Muhammad, you know, they'll condemn you to death.
I drive to Florida and I'd be
You know,
like,
I mean,
it's
it's completely insane.
Yeah. Crazy.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I've studied and learned a long time ago that the whole religion of Islam was created by the Jesuits.
I had a feeling that you know, like the God of the Islam Bible is Satan, because it says in one of the verses like he's like the greatest deceiver.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, you read our Bible and it's like, who is the greatest deceiver? Satan. You know.
Right.
So
But it was invented by the Catholic Church because they wanted to reconquer Israel.
Yeah.
They wanted to reconquer Jerusalem. And they got these people to follow this character Muhammad and do these atrocities so they could take it. But then the Muslims betrayed them at the last second and they didn't let them have Jerusalem. So it's really an interesting study. I think the book I read was called Code Word Rebellion. That'll go into a lot more detail about how that was done. But it was a Jesuit priest who'd become a believer. His name was Alberto Rivera, and he's the one who revealed that it was the Catholic Church that invented this.
interesting. Yeah, I have to check that out.
And if you go into a lot of Islamic countries, they won't allow any other evangelistic or any other type of Christian church, but they'll let the Catholics stay there. So that's
That's a red flag.
given right
Yeah.
there. And if you also look at these different Muslim leaders, they'll bow before the Pope. So they're still subservient at the high levels of
Interesting.
Muslim faith. And it was also to destroy the Protestant Reformation. It was another way to kill your enemies. And what a better way is to have a false a false bad guy set up.
To not understand
You know, it's just like
faith, I mean,
it's just like they call them court Jews. It's the Jews that are in the highlight that we see, and everybody's blaming the Jews, but it's really the Jesuits that control the Jews. So it's a bigger scam. But see, but the way that it looks like it's the Jews is because if you say anything bad about the Jews, you're anti-Semitic. So it looks like they are the bad guys. And you know, if you look at all the banking and all that other stuff, it looks like it is the Jews. But it's really it's wrong, because look at every world leader bows before the Pope. If it's a female, she has to wear white in front of the Pope. With the exception of Michelle Obama, she didn't. So we know right there that was the telltale sign too, that she's not a chick. She's a dude. You know.
Wow. Yeah, man, we got
There's a saying
22
that
people.
a woman cannot be before the Pope,
21.
a woman, without
Right.
wearing white.
And she has to have a head covering too.
Except for Michelle Obama, because she could wear whatever she wants because everyone knows she's a dude.
Did I look? I'm sorry, I might have looked away at the last second.
Whose kids are there?
They're not there. There's no pictures of
I mean, the Kardashians
That-
are having kids, but they're not being impregnated. They're having whatever. Yeah.
I'd like to get a picture of you guys somehow, some way, any of
see
you
the
guys.
one? But I'm not a big Eric
Yeah,
fan, but he just had a really good one on
You want to just do a group shot, or?
do a group shot. I'd love to have a group shot with you guys.
So even if you don't subscribe to him,
Over here?
it's a really good. It's like a 2 hour one.
You know,
Really good one to watch.
I like Eric Dubai.
You want to jump in here? Hey, come on, man. Hey.
Want
Want to jump in the picture with me? I'd love to have you guys.
And then I kind of
He's
got
very
to-
anti-Christian.
Yeah.
Can you take one with mine too, please?
Keep in mind.
But we want you in it too.
Yeah, so I'll take one.
There's a way you can set a timer on an
Yeah,
iPhone,
there's
but I don't know how to
timers,
do
that's
it.
right. I always forget
Here.
that.
I'll set up a timer. What's up?
Haven't you heard? Beep. Everybody look at the camera.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Need a tripod, no?
You guys are.
Yeah, I'll get one with all you guys.
I wrote my name backwards just because I'm ready to do on Facebook, but if anyone wants to figure out, wrote these out at work just to, so people have them. If you do, great. Hope to see you. Not anybody. I'm sorry.
Okay, he's gonna take one.
Right.
Give us a countdown.
5, 4. Just take a couple. Just keep smiling and doing what you're doing. Have a good time. All right. Flat.
Yeah, there we go. Where's that flat?
Anybody want to take a photo with me in there, possibly?
Yep.
Kim, what did you pass up?
No, the rest of my blank here's one.
The flat?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Let's go flat.
Hey, I
Never go
I
back.
made it in Logan Paul's mockumentary.
Oh, yeah?
I was in one of the scenes. I was like, oh, there I am. Thank you. So I
I saw Mark
screenshotted it.
too. Mark was in there too.
So what do
Oh
you
no,
all
you
think?
were, yeah. Well, you were behind the curtain.
Well, yeah, I was at the
Yep.
end.
He's a
Is anybody
star.
going to the conference
A
this year in
star.
Dallas?
I'm thinking about it, seriously.
I'm thinking about crashing it. My daughter lives down in Dallas. So I was thinking about crashing. If I'm in the hotel,
When is it?
I'm in. You know, you don't know me, I'm in.
It's like the 14th and 15th of November.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's her birthday month, you know.
Okay.
I can
Have
definitely
anyone
find my
ever been to a
way.
bigger conference like this?
Not-
I
not
went to
for flatter.
Colorado.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Did it have a good
See,
turnout?
I am
was
so
awesome, yeah.
upset about all of our people are arguing with each other. I mean, a church that
infighting.
fights against itself
It's
is
called
gonna
divide
fall.
and conquer. It's
Yeah.
the adversary. Sowing seeds in there.
And then that idiot, that Facebook guy, the YouTube guy, what's his name, that came in there. Oh my
Logan
God.
Paul.
Like, why did they not know that?
Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
well,
they
Robbie
got
was
an
really
enemy in
trusting.
there.
If you ever listen to Robbie Davis talk about it, I mean, he really tells you what happened, and
He was just so excited like a kid.
He was
I know.
excited like a kid, and he should have like researched him because Sargent at least.
Sergeant
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
He's like, peace out. I'm not being on the same stage as him.
And Sargent proved to be right, you know. So.
Why? So what?
Now, what do you
was
think
he just
about?
a shill or something? Or?
Yeah.
And then he made this documentary. He said he was going to make a documentary about flat Earth.
They come in there like the good, you know, hey,
what-
we're all together, and then they throw some
Oh
bullshit
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes
Oh
everybody
yeah, they
look
would just
bad,
mock
and-
me. But what do you think now about what's going on with Mark Sargent and the chick? Yeah.
Patricia Steer?
Why is everybody's bashing everybody, and I'm like, oh man, we've got to come together and do it.
Somebody stepped on somebody.
I didn't meet Mark
There's
Sargent.
pressure
I met
from somewhere.
RDH.
Yes.
I met Dave Weiss. I met Robbie Davidson. I met Rob Skiba. I mean, I met Jaron and Nissa. I met
Marble.
I met D Marble. I met
Wow, really?
Marty Leeds. I mean,
The band man.
I met a lot of people there when I was at the conference, and they all seem genuine to me. I mean, how much can you tell talking to somebody for 5 minutes if they're, they could be some kind of infiltrator or whatever. I think the biggest problem is, I think Patricia Steer says it the best. It's like anything about flat Earth, we shouldn't be bashing each other in the community.
That's right.
I mean, it's just like, look at how crazy. What's his name is. The guy who said he worked for NASA and did the realistic pictures and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
The designer guy, right?
What's his name?
Graphic designer.
Robert Simmons or something?
No. He was big at the beginning of Flat Earth, and then Matt Boylan
Oh, you're talking about Boylan.
Matt
Okay.
Powerland.
Yeah, Powerland,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
give you a
I mean,
card.
I listened. Patricia rebroadcasted her interview with him, and that guy is a nut. He's a nut job. I think he's just crazy. But I don't think he ever really worked for NASA. I think that whole story that he said was just made up bullshit. But a lot of people believed him and came into believing in the flat Earth. So it's like, even if some of these people are wolves in sheep's clothing, if
Like
they're
that guy
bringing-
Logan.
if they're
He
bringing-
brought a
if-
lot of people
a lot of people.
to Flat Earth and start researching. Now, we didn't keep all of them, but there's a percentage of people.
Well, it's just
that
like some
came.
people that have watched Behind the Curve too, the Netflix thing. And
That's what I'm saying.
they've looked into that. But yeah, Logan Paul was a different
Hey,
one.
I came to know the Lord through Jehovah's Witnesses because they came to my house. I went, I need Jesus, and they go, yeah, well let's pray. And then they started telling me there wasn't a Jesus, and then they told me I had to buy their book, and then pretty soon I was doing apologetics on them. Next thing you know, I was born again Christian. And I said, yep, you want to read my book? I'll tell you how to do it. And they never came back. So, you never know.
Yeah.
God can use a donkey.
use
He
a
can
donkey,
use
right. He can use
a
it.
Jehovah's Witness or anybody else.
Well, that's why I think the whole infighting in the flat Earth community is just it's silly. I mean, you'll see Christians attacking other
like
Christians
another
that are
meetup
flat
going on,
earthers. I forget the one guy who does the.
Yeah. As long as it's nice outside.
He
let's
goes
stay
out
outside. Yay!
and
Yep.
flat smacks people,
Yeah.
and he's a Christian.
Good breeze.
I forget his channel.
Yeah, I mean,
but
man.
he's attacking.
It's as if it was a predestined
Is that
that
Odell?
he picked a really
Yeah,
nice
maybe.
night.
Yeah, why?
Yeah,
why?
Olive.
I've been kind of following him, and
This is
he's
the last
so
time where I came
good.
here.
It's like your two mighty powers, Skiba and Odell, right? Is that his name, Odell? Pastor Odell? Arkansas?
Old Lane.
Oh, no. Odell, I believe.
You know him, yeah.
But yeah, they're two great forces, and they're fighting against each other. Why? That is ridiculous.
I'm not surprised.
You know? We're never going to get anywhere if we have people fighting against each other.
Well, again, I think that's just.
Or from Earth.
It's human.
It's just
It's
demonic.
our human
demonic.
side.
It's like, okay, so I disagree with this guy in this. Well, if I disagree with your theology, I should talk to you as an individual and say, look,
Right.
I think this is why you're wrong about this, and that's why you're wrong about
Something I
that,
thought it would
whatever.
work.
You don't throw it on
She,
a public
did she come to your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Another
Yep.
Everyone's seen my sign.
Because they're documented slightly different.
You want to show off your sign?
Well, put it on.
Put that
Where'd
sucker
Adam
on.
go? Where'd Adam go with his sign? Out to the road?
Yeah, I put a sign. He went out there.
I think he went out to the road. This is how everyone sees me.
This is how it's done, son.
This is how everyone sees me on the.
On the tube.
I should go out with Adam.
Somebody who's a Christian who believes that when they die, they go
Flat Earth City. Surbub says what's up. Well, he says Flat Earth City. In fancy
So
type
I
letters.
don't play with that one, but
Did you
if
see
it
me,
says the guy in the cross,
System
he
Overload
says,
say hi?
"Dang."
That was you.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but I'm gonna go back and watch it.
today, you'll be with me.
No, I
Every
didn't
time we
study
make a
with
video,
Jehovah's Witnesses.
I end up walking on the way home and then
evangelize
sitting in the
them.
parking lot watching it.
I was like, it was like, I played it. I listened to it on the way home. So
Yeah.
it's like, our meetup went for 5 hours.
Way longer. Way longer.
Yeah, we go to different places in Chicago and pass out our flyers.
Yep.
So this is what I wear.
Right.
This is what I usually wear.
But I'm not
And
quite.
then
Not as fancy.
we film the stuff on our
I feel
YouTube
like what
channel.
we're talking
Yep.
about right now is like almost like
So we got
pre-trib,
YouTube
during
channels in the
trib,
back.
after trib. I'm not gonna talk on that subject because I'm
Gotta
not
reconnect.
speak in tongues.
Work-
I can
Sorry about that,
prophesy,
guys.
I heal.
What does he call
Guess
it?
what?
Workers
I
of
might
love?
not make it.
Flat Earth City's Tim.
Yeah.
You break
Exactly.
That's Sammy.
That's who he said.
What's his name again?
Bill.
Bill. That's
But
Bill.
then who's love? Because everybody's got their own set of laws.
Everybody knows who that is.
There's only one.
But I'm saying that
Welcome.
if all gays are going
Welcome
to heaven, all babies,
to the meetup.
all babies go to heaven. All
There's
babies,
Mark.
all dead babies go to heaven. But what did they say about
I would
Judas?
assume they
He
would.
said it was better. You were never born.
Did you see where?
Keeping it flat.
Did you see where Adam went?
In childbirth.
He
Does
said
that
he was
mean
gonna
went to
go-
heaven? Judas?
Butterfield, like hold up the sign.
Which
That's
one's
why I'm not
Butterfield
answering
over
that,
there?
You know what I
I
mean?
think that's
I'm not
Butterfield,
answering
right?
stuff like that. That's kind of.
I think he was gonna go in the corner.
Oh, that's awesome.
Trying to wave people
Doing
down.
activism.
I want to go. I want to
Yeah.
go over there with my sign.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm live right now. We must as well just go flat smack. Do it while we're at it.
But he's getting the cars. It's not like we're talking to
To people.
people. There's nobody.
Can't really
walking around.
pass out flyers.
Amongst each other about their theology.
Oy, yeah.
I was inspirited.
I can go film him, see what he's doing.
Yeah. Where is he? Here?
Yeah.
There?
We don't
Let's
even
go take a
know
walk.
about religion. I have two lady friends
Let's do it.
that are Jewish, and I actually celebrate Jewish holidays, and I don't celebrate Christmas, and I don't
We'll be back.
celebrate
Because those are
bunnies
the only
and
ones that are
Easter.
commanded in Scripture to
Exactly.
celebrate.
So I'm talking
We'll get some
to
good
them-
footage.
Jewish holidays.
Right. Talk to them about the menorah. They're like, the menorah's got lights.
What's up, Tim?
Hey,
Got any flyers on you?
couple.
Let me get some.
I mean, like a couple.
Let me get a couple. Oh. Valuable. We're in Wheaton doing some we did a meetup and now we're gonna go do some activism. I mean, yeah, I mean the meetup is still going
Come
on.
on, come on, come on.
Still going on. But we're meeting up, where's Adam, right? That's his name?
Yeah.
He's got a sign that he made.
We
Showing
don't know
up
where
with some
exactly
cards.
where he went though.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's Butterfield. You see him?
Nope. Woo!
Signs are making a lot of noise, like the galloping sound again.
It's making the galloping sound. Thank goodness you don't have a mic on you. I mean, I think this mic could pick it up. I sent you the link for it, right? So you can pick one up or get one or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 18 people watching.
Use your muscles. Good job.
I don't see him. Oh, hey, Zoom. Did you, did it go up already? The new Flat Earth People Finder site? Oh, there he is. Let me turn the camera around. You guys got to see this. So that's Adam over there with the Earth is Flat sign. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see if I can zoom. Oh, you can.
You gotta show our support.
Exactly.
Leave them out here alone.
Represent. Audit Wheaton. Reading this chat, it's awesome. You can see the sidewalk curve. Flat Earth, flat Earth, the Earth is flat.
I wonder if he brought his other sign.
It's huge.
No, he has that one, but he had that glass.
Oh yeah.
He wrote on the glass.
See if I can zoom in now. That's Adam. 24 people watching. Flat, you want another one? Here's another version.
It can't be flat. If you just, you gotta like look at it.
It's flat. Check it out. You're gonna find out.
It's not flat.
Check it out.
Just look and see that it's not flat.
Check it out. Check it out. Find out for yourself. Well, you can disregard it if you want. What's cross, Tim? What's up?
Oh. Late to the party.
Late to the party. Man, this sign is awesome.
It's just simple. I'm
Ah.
not doing this for personal glamour. You know?
Ah, I mean, I could see it from over there, so it's working. It's working.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. Later.
'em. Yeah. Moral support.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Screwed that in there?
These are it's like a drawer handle. And it's got this board. And this is just a bracket handle. So you can do it.
I made these too. I got a laminating machine so I can go on and
Oh yeah.
Awesome. "25 people watching, 11 thumbs up.
Cool.
I think this is probably the best part of the meetup.
Yeah. You too can do this. You gotta be active.
Yep, just gotta do it.
You gotta have courage. You gotta pray for strength sometimes.
Yep. Well said.
So the work might soon.
Finally,
People believe. They do.
dude. Flat earthers.
There's evidence.
Look at that.
We're just starstruck.
Yeah, she's like, oh, what the?
I don't know if the police could, make an argument that we're probably causing, disturbance or something. So who knows?
Yeah, we'll wait till it comes to that.
That's huge.
That sign is awesome.
Oh, is that the guy? Okay.
He went like that.
I wasn't sure if that was.
Flat Earth?
him.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
He has lots of stuff to say.
Yep.
I don't think he was going anywhere.
Oh yeah, he wasn't going anywhere. Yeah, flat earthers are awesome, man.
I kind of want to go see them because I haven't seen them too much.
Yeah. Cool. I'll join you in a sec. Read it.
Good. So I said I had another sign too if anybody wanted to.
Oh man, I would have joined you.
Yeah.
That's all right. Some great footage, man. Yeah. Promoting the, spreading of truth.
Activism, well, that's
Yep. It's important.
normally I'm alone when I do this stuff.
Yeah. Well, hey, hit me up sometime. We'll go out. I'll go with you, wherever
Yeah.
you are. Yeah, I'll
Might be
drive.
leaving the state soon, but
Oh, okay. Well, that's my story. Every time I meet a cool
Yeah.
flat earther, they're leaving the state.
Yeah. Illinois.
Yep. What can you do?
It's not paradise.
Yeah. Oh, you got a looker. This guy's looking. Right?
Probably. Yeah, no. Probably as well as kids see.
Yeah, he's walking over there.
Nice inception.
Yep.
Ways of the wicked one. All right, research flares. The sun is not millions of miles away. This is probably the last light and I'm done.
Cool. Later, David. Zoom says he sees zombies. What corner are we on? Butterfield and Naperville Road. Over in Wheaton.
It's a busy intersection.
Yeah, it's pretty hopping.
Search letter.
Yeah.
People like it.
Wow. Getting quite the response.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are just laughing.
Illinois.
Well, hey, if you want a sign, I'll make another one.
Yeah. Pamela says she knows where we are.
Oh.
That's cool. Reading the chat. She's like, I know where you are.
Sunset. But if you want to hold it,
Sure.
it's cool with me. Who knows? It is a flat state. Well, this is not a joke.
Pretty stable with the handles.
It is.
Yeah.
It's flat, stationary, movable. Reach the people. Hope this encourages you guys. Haha. Everything's flat. And the back. Yeah. Someone whistling at us. Yeah. We're on the traffic. More souls reached.
And now it comes up.
I can hold this camera steady.
People taking pictures.
Are they? Okay.
You know what I'm noticing too? Everybody that's driving by is looking at their cell phone. Even though they're not taking a picture, like they're just pulling their phones out. How many people are driving now playing with their phones?
Well, yeah.
90%, I'm sure.
Yeah.
How's it going? It's flat, man. I know it's not fun, but it's flat. Sorry to take your ball away. Ain't no ball.
Come on.
It's impossible to live on a spinning ball. Impossible. Makes no sense. It's ridiculous.
Come on.
Nonsense. All right, you want to head back?
I think so.
Let's do it. That was awesome. Let me check the chat.
Okay.
I like, yeah, the handles, they really make it stable, man.
I have one for the Second Amendment too that says bear arms should not be infringed.
Nice. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Shelly. How you doing?
Can they hear you pretty well?
Yeah, good microphone. This is Adam. We were hanging out. There's like a meetup over here, so we just like walked to the corner. He had this awesome sign.
I've seen it by now.
Earth is flat. Yeah, it's my wife. She's watching. Yeah, man. Fantastic. Welcome to Wheaton. It's flat. It's flat out here.
I estimate I get positive reactions at least 25% of the time. Sometimes,
Yeah.
Or 50% of the time.
I mean, that was awesome. So many people were just like, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
woo. They were like excited. I mean, even if some of them were mocking, like that was a good
Right.
response. You know?
Kind of are. Because they don't always know if you're serious as well.
Yeah.
If you think it's a joke.
Yeah.
But, well, it's 2019. And
Some interesting times we live in.
it's like 6 years after the epoch. Like, it was in 2013 when this all started to explode.
Yep.
A lot more of us than people think.
Yeah, it's definitely grown so much, you know. It's only a matter of time before we do these meetups and it's like, you know, 100 people showing up. You know, I mean, there'll probably be like 100 different meetup groups by then, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's probably going to be more persecution, too. But
Oh yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
like that one guy almost had his professional engineer license taken away.
Yeah, Brian Mullen.
Brian Wall.
Yep. Yeah, they threatened his job.
That pastor was kicked out just because he possibly attended a conference.
Fired for truth. Yep. Nate Wolf.
They won't.
Yeah. Looks like the guys are still there. Still going strong.
Well,
I mean, last time I did the one, what's her name again?
so it's- I think
Dory? Anyway.
Oh, Don.
Don. Thank you. Sorry, Don. The last time she came to our meetup, we didn't leave. Like, everybody left like late at night. It was like, I think we started at like 6, something like that, 7 or something. And then everybody left at like, you know, it must have been like 11 o'clock or something like that. We watched the sunset. We were just hanging out. Plus, we were on a rooftop, so it was really nice. We had a good breeze and everything. So, but yeah.
Well, I'm gonna head back because I got
Okay.
a long drive. So
Oh yeah, right on, man. Dude.
Yeah.
Much pleasure. Do I have a way to contact you or anything?
you should be able to find me under the event.
Okay.
Adam Dunsmore.
Cool. Yeah, I'll send you a message.
Okay.
We'll talk
Cool.
more.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, brother.
It's been good.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Already got.
Yeah. Awesome. Much love. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want something? Here you go. Check this
I
out.
heard about that. I theories and stuff.
Awesome. Do you want one too?
Are we going back to Columbus?
Well, you know, it's up to you. You could do the research. You'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
And then this
if
one says
if that's what it's all
Terra
about,
del Fuego, which
then
is land of
you
fire.
got to
that's at the
figure it out
beginning.
before that time comes.
Yeah.
End of South America. Also.
You got to figure out who you're serving.
They have it on here.
I'll give you.
Greater,
I have a thing on,
greater creator, if you believe in that, or are you dealing with the entity of this realm?
This one was an old one. It had Atlas shrugging
All the stuff that makes you
with a
strong.
flat Earth map on it.
All you're doing is trying to figure it out.
So that was.
And how that
And that's one of the things I'm doing research with my brother with too.
That's up to you. We're just out here
Did you get it?
I got it.
Okay. You left. Is Adam still out there?
No, he had to go. He has a long drive ahead of him.
Okay.
Road trip.
But that was awesome. That was so many people were very positive.
Honking, smiling,
And then
waving.
he
didn't
saw
get
us
run
too.
over?
No, no.
Stop.
Yeah, I gave him a flyer.
That in
Right?
itself, I think, is
Yep.
ridiculous.
Sign
So
him
he's
up.
he's got it. He'll figure it out.
You know what's really
So they seen him over there and then stopped.
I guess
stopped
so.
knocking
I'm just like,
over.
hey, it's that guy.
I guess it's true. Build it and they will come.
A lot of people are
Oh yeah. Yeah, and there's Adam. He's talking to these guys over here, kids with the
extremely tricky.
skateboards.
And you have to ask yourself, why would this make somebody so? I mean, if you look,
It's kind of neat. You just never know who's going to be receptive.
Yeah.
You should die.
Did
Fascinating
Don already
how it
leave?
works out.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Sorry, I missed
kind
it.
of what YouTube has become.
Yeah, I know.
So, I
But
mean,
it's
you
like-
can't, anyone that's like
You
sensitive
can
about
teach your,
YouTube comments.
you can teach your kids about Santa Claus, which is totally deception. I mean, you know, I never did that with my kids. I did with the first couple, but then.
That's indoctrination.
It's like, why are you lying to the kids and I want them to be trusted?
Yep.
It doesn't make sense. It's kind of.
You're telling your kids a
Kind of
lie, and you
Well,
pass
not-
it.
I don't have
It's
no-
tradition. It's tradition.
Not for kids,
It's
though.
tradition.
Right.
Like
You know
the
what I
globe,
mean? It's like-
it's tradition.
I question
Just
it.
passing it on from one.
Easter Bunny? What I find funny is that, like, you know,
Copernicus.
Copernicus,
He
he doesn't even own a
Easter
telescope.
Bunny.
He wasn't even
The guy
invented
said-
yet.
Say whatever
What?
I do.
That Adam's talking to. He goes, "What are you guys all flat
It's in the
Earth?"
cartoons.
A lot of people look at it.
The cartoons?
People don't know this. They don't know they're indoctrinated from birth. They can't realize that.
And
They
then I
can't
see it
pass
happen
the
a bunch of
surface
times.
layers because they think everything they've been told is the truth because
when I really
authority tells them
realized
this. And
There is
authority
no lie
is.
that's too big. That can't be taught to me.
And it doesn't work that way
Everything.
because you kind of have to
And that's one thing.
learn
we talk
being
a little bit
wrong.
about the Bible. That's one thing it does talk about in the Bible.
telling
It
you
says,
things that
if it were
are
possible, the whole
based
world
on
could be
lies.
deceived. What?
How can lead to truth?
The whole world.
Yeah, that is weird. There's no class like that in grammar school where
You know,
they
I
try
mean,
to teach you to.
If you go anywhere, and
What's
the authority?
There's no such thing as that.
I'll meet you.
They'll tell you how you
Give you a flyer. Check it out. How about you? You want?
What you get?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
You know, like Christian apologetics, you don't have that in grammar
all
school,
ancient
and
cultures believed in
something like that. You know, something supposed to question authority, like
Egyptians, the
or like
Babylonians.
When you
some sort of
ask
philosophy
too
class or
many
something.
questions, you go from the first row, second row, third row, to the
Well,
fourth row.
yeah, but if every
Fourth
time you
row
read
to the
something
dunce
that's
cap
right,
in the
it's
corner,
right.
you know, or in the hallway.
Like,
Or the,
let's say
if you're that bad, you
16 years ago.
Yeah, the kids.
If you
Yeah,
ask
you're
me
right.
too
The
many
teacher.
questions,
You get in trouble. It's funny. Everybody talks about separation of church and state. Right? Church and state. Nobody talks about separation of
Let's
the
say,
education in the state. Right.
2001.
Yeah, how convenient.
Right after
How
9/11.
convenient.
If you said
Just
I
allow the
don't
government
Hi, Shelley.
to
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Like is that?
Now,
That's
rabbit.
I'm gonna get my
It's
kids.
called a Saramonic mic. I'll send you the link.
What? Take off the thing.
Does it actually work? Have you
It's kind
tried
of
it?
hard to take it off.
Okay.
The fuzzy part. But yeah, it works great.
it's like
When I watched your video,
50 years
you can
ago,
see as soon as we put the
when
mic
we
in,
went to the movie,
all of a sudden you can hear all these crazy details that you couldn't hear before. They were muffled out.
Really?
So-
As small as it is?
Small as it is.
Really?
Yeah, picks up. It's like a omnidirectional mic.
Really?
Shelly says hi.
Hi, Shelley.
Add a link to the.
The guys inside. Did you,
Yeah.
The guys inside were laughing.
Oh yeah.
As long as you know, make people happy.
All money on other dumb shit.
We had some angry. We had a couple angry people at,
What?
Logan Square yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was
I didn't see that.
those Logan Squareans are they're a roughneck bunch.
Somebody who's.
They're a roughneck bunch.
He's seen us across the street on his bike, and he did like all the way, all around, and then came right back.
Yeah,
to us.
came right back. Told us how stupid we are.
They
Yeah,
yell at us.
yeah, just to yell at us.
You
they're
cut
on
it
their
out of the
bikes
video
all
because I didn't see it.
It's in there. It's like as soon as the video
Almost at
started.
the beginning.
Oh,
So
that's
we have to not get discouraged if that's the first thing.
It's up to you.
The first thing.
But
that
you know,
happens.
me and Tim have been through it so much that we actually kind of enjoy it when people just cuss us out because we're so used
You
to
do.
it.
Do you know what it is?
I
I'll
do.
tell you the truth. It's the best content.
Yeah.
It's actually the best content.
Yeah.
You cut it up in ways that makes it.
Oh yeah. And I'm gonna start filming again and doing like the edits like I did before. So
Yeah, but don't you have an advantage because you know you're tall and big, intimidating? I don't think anybody's gonna mess with you.
Yep.
compared to him,
We go out together.
I
I like how you have to bring the camera down to it.
meet the horizon of Tim's eyes.
communication is
The Tim Eisen.
He's my Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll be Danny DeVito.
Twins.
No, but
28
how
people
Tim
watching.
Says, the way you say it, the Earth is flat, and the way everybody starts reacting to you, I love that. And that never gets old.
Good
All the
stuff.
naysayers.
Because even if I say it to one person that's there next to me, right, the next person didn't hear it yet. So why don't I just keep telling everybody? You know,
They all must know. All of them.
that's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan. Like that lady, she says, so what are you going to do now? You're like, I'm going to tell somebody, and then I'm going to tell somebody else.
We're gonna conquer the world! Yay!
Everyone must know.
We're gonna take over the world.
We got 21 thumbs up, 31 people watching.
How many?
31 people watching,
Yay!
21 thumbs.
It turned out to be beautiful weather though.
Oh, dude, it's amazing.
It was hot in the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like on my back, but it turned out.
As soon as that local sun traveled far
Yeah,
enough away.
Straight that way, west.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Chicago's that way, and
Yep.
I know because it's east-west. Chicago's on a grid system, and
Yep.
when they burned down, when the Chicago fire wasn't just happened, it was set to
Oh yeah, planned demolition.
Planned, yeah.
Right
It was yeah. So anyways, it's on a grid system. You can see from all the way from the 147th or 157th and
right now we see the sun is already
Western or something,
on
all the way down in Dundee or not Dundee, Dalton or something like that. I forgot. On the south side, you can see the Willis Tower.
Yep.
From there, on the way from this western suburb, you can see the Willis Tower. You should be able to see these things just from the natural eye because of that distance, or you should be able to see at that height.
trying to show you models.
And the whole thing about the mirage on from Indiana to Chicago,
You go to the edge
that
of the
is
world.
a surface layer mirage. It's not. It's
The edge of the world is being ran.
I mean, if people just understood that in the first sense.
Yep.
And then if you take that distance into account, then you take the distance into account, you can actually see it from on land. And people that actually live in Chicago or the Chicagoland area, which I do, it's common sense. It's like a body of water. Lake Michigan is flat all the way through it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's so flat.
Right. So, there you go.
Yep.
There was another news article about the lights they can see from Milwaukee too.
Yeah.
So they're saying Milwaukee on the other side, at least the lights from Michigan, and that's even further.
From the beaches to Michigan, we would be going east.
Yeah, because Milwaukee's north of Chicago, and then you go further up north on Michigan, you're going a little bit further north, and it's a little wider.
Yeah. So
And you can still see.
so
But at
farther
least the
span.
lights and stuff.
Lights, yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be able to see Chicago.
Should be
You
impossible.
shouldn't be able to see anything.
No.
Am I right?
Yep.
Brendan?
Yeah. Should be impossible.
Okay, you have around here.
You guys, I heard you, or saw it, you guys went over, saw Rick Hummer.
Yep. Well, that was a 2-day. That was a 2-day one. You didn't go over to Michigan, but you did go to Navy Pier.
Yep. Yeah, that's when I met you for the first time. Yep.
How was that?
It was good.
Yeah.
Militarily cordoned off by
I met Nate Wolf. We talked to him a lot.
Think about all of the global conflicts. If it's global, okay, I say global because it's
Nathan
conflict.
Clemson.
It's different
And
wars. All the
what was Rick
countries
Hummer's
that
alter ego?
fought the different wars are-
Roland Reddy.
Rolling in.
We met Roland Reddy. And he was shooting a video, and some of us might have been in the background. We're not sure. We're not too sure. Some people acted.
Pamela just commented. She said you can see the Willis Tower from 173rd and Halsted, and from the Indiana Dunes you can see the entire downtown.
Dunes, good place to visit. I like
So,
going there.
Obviously,
That's not as far.
flat.
Though.
I mean, but still, I mean,
Yeah,
unobstructed.
the math on the dunes. But if you can see the whole downtown, yeah.
Yeah, that's what she said.
You probably could pick a
The
building.
entire downtown, not just the top.
Right, you could probably pick a building and then
Yep.
calculate it from that far, but you can't do the calculation on the Willis Tower unless you figure out how many floors, what floor
What floor is
should
being seen
should be
and-
covered. Yeah.
Yep.
We talk about the GoPro cameras, fisheye lenses, or not.
Cool. So I think we're at a good spot to end the stream, guys. Anybody want to say anything before I sign off?
Keep it flat.
Keep it flat. How about you, Mark?
Keep it flat.
Wait, I missed the hand gesture. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Keep it flat.
We don't trust the authority.
All right. We'll turn the camera around.
President Obama. Everything we're doing is trying to.
All right,
get
guys.
beyond
Thanks
what
for
we're
joining
talking
us. It was an awesome meetup. I had a lot of fun. Tim, right? Mad fun.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Of course, as always. Hey, Shelly.
Before that.
We're gonna close it
Bye,
up
Shelly.
here.
This is NASA.
We're gonna end the stream.
And everybody else.
And everybody else.
Too much.
Yes, but mainly Shelly. Guys, thanks for coming out. Thanks for enjoying this stream. I appreciate all the thumbs up, all the love, all the comments and everything. And until next